Hello, and well met. Green and Garb welcomes you to our new campaign, Chronicles of Frostfire, Awakening. This campaign serves as a soft reboot to the tales of our heroes, so you can jump straight into the action right alongside us. Before we begin, please consider subscribing and smiting that like button. You really support us. Yeah. Thank you very much. And now, drum roll, the new adventure begins. The year is 1485, Dalereckoning. And we open our tale on the infamous Sword Coast, a rich coastline of trade, piracy, and adventure nestled between Waterdeep and Baldur's Gate, and sweeping outwards towards vast vales, forests, tundras, hills, all wrought with ancient magic and looming danger. All is not well in the realms, as giants of all kinds have begun wreaking havoc throughout the Sword Coast. Stone giants, frost giants, fire giants, cloud giants, hill giants have all begun attacking the people and devastating the cities, thousands killed. And enter our fierce, merry, and mostly heroic band of adventurers of some repute, formerly known as Team Orphan. They have been offered a very tidy sum by their guild, and fueled by their own mysterious motivations, they have taken on themselves to investigate the Scourge of Giants. All the best scholars and spies know that the Ordning, the giant hierarchy that keeps all the giants in check, has somehow been shattered, and the ruler of the Storm Giants, King Hecaton, may be missing. So, by way of some contacts, you've all made it to the Eye of the Allfather, a primordial temple of giants that sits tucked away on the spine of the world. Should you find your way inside, you've been informed that the Giants' Oracle may be willing to parley with you if you seek to restore balance to the Sword Coast. But, for now, after a long hike up this mountain, you sit in a small rock alcove right outside the temple, huddled around a magical thermal cube, keeping you warm, but it barely has the strength to keep out the cold, the dashing winds, and the snows of the mountain. We turn first to a battle-hardened silver dragonborn, vengeance paladin of the war god Tempus, clad in heavy steel armor and axe ever ready at his side, Raswar Shaxus. Then we have our fiery-haired Genasi rogue with a thirst for vengeance, expert in arcane trickery and cunning, Vahera Aasimar. Then we have our young and polite Yuan-ti, highly inventive artificer from a renowned extended family of tinkerers and engineers, Basil Damascus. Then a well-traveled wood elf Kensai monk, dexterous and calculating, longbow balanced perfectly on his back, sitting in strict meditation, Enialis Nilo. Then a beautiful golden-winged Aasimar, devout Tempest cleric of Akadi, capable of summoning righteous wrath of thunder and lightning at her enemies, Amalia Sky. And finally, a perhaps at first glance unassuming yet very charming human sorcerer, master of both fire and ice, with an unusual penchant for dragons, John Wellington Wells. You each gather your thoughts, and you notice through the snow that the sun is already descending over the peaks, and the fatigue of the day is setting in. Among other things, you'll need to discuss making camp for the night. But for now, John, we'll begin with you. What are you doing?
I'm tending to the fire.
All right. Amalia?
Well, I think I'm going to set up our tents. Enialis, would you like to help?
Oh, well.
Although you don't sleep, but helping the group.
Indeed.
All right, there's some room further in the rocky alcove here where you can set up some tents that you have in your supplies. Basil, what are you doing?
I'm helping with dinner. I'm watching it cook.
Okay.
Maybe furtively scribbling a letter off to the side.
All right. Vahera, what are you doing?
I'm feeding my familiar.
Ah, that's right. Fearnin. Raswar, what are you doing?
Standing guard outside the alcove. We're in giant country.
All right. Now it's all you.
So we're setting up the tent. Basil! What are you making for dinner?
It's leftovers again.
It's always left.
That's alright.
It's always
It's alright.
There's not much hunting up this high.
clearly not.
It'll be great, don't worry.
As I'm gonna finish up setting up the tent, I'm gonna go over to Basil. Can I help you finish?
You already did the tents, don't worry about it.
I know, but here. So I'm going to take some rations that I have out of my bag. Maybe some like grains, a little bit of water, some wheat, whatever. I just have to match it with a little rack. Well, I figured that you miss, your family, and this is probably a meal for breakfast. But maybe your mother made it for you, and I'm furiously making something on the skillet, and it's probably not going to be as good as whatever your mother made for you, but I made you some pancakes for Brenna. And, for breakfast, for dinner. Just for you, Basil. You're a growing boy. And I feel, quite... I don't know. I just figured if I was your mother, I would miss you. So here, eat up, and I kind of just shove her in this.
At this point, I'm gonna interrupt. Just remember, we have lessons before bed.
Alright.
Okay, but you have to finish your dinner before you do your lessons.
Oh, this is just like home.
Don't let her teach you anything too naughty.
That's the point.
It's just stabbing and stealing.
Stabbing and stealing.
My, how you've grown up.
And of course, the finer art of vanishing.
It's a good skill to have. Yes, eat up.
Dear.
Oh,
I mean, Amalia.
Yes.
Should we perhaps discuss...
The weather.
John, what you got there?
Yes.
Oh, this?
Yeah, that's cool. That's new.
What?
Oh,
I don't know.
Amalia has one too. Would you look at that?
We met. If everybody could gather around the fire.
Raswar, perception roll.
19.
19. You're looking around. You can see this temple of the Allfather's Giant's Temple is carved into the spine of the world. And it's pretty far away, and you can barely see the blizzard. Doesn't look to be any activity, though, or tracks or anything. But you do overhear Amalia calling for you.
I guess now is as good a time as ever. So as we've been traveling together some time, John and I took those couple of days to look for supplies. We found supplies, and
then we stumbled into the Feywilds by chance. Bit of a time loop thing, so...
Tell me why
I'm sure you haven't missed much.
No, probably not. But John used to be engaged to Sister Gurel, if you remember her. So
you might have remembered her.
You might have remembered her. Well, surprise!
She was a dirty, rotten liar, and she broke my heart.
But he's fine.
I'm fine, but I'm totally fine.
Well, she that's not even her name.
Because now there's room in my heart for another.
Well, anyways, they broke up because she lied to him, and that Gurel's not even her real name. And then we found her father, and then we got trapped in the Feywilds, and then anyways, we got married, and here we are.
Way to bury the lead.
Yes, we did.
Surprise!
May I just say, it's about time.
Thank you, Enialis. That's very kind.
Thank you.
We'll never understand other creatures.
But we.
She is very special to me.
Thank you.
Clearly.
We kind of knew that when you fell out of a tower for...
That's a very good point. That's a very good point.
Wasn't he the unstable one that you warned me about?
Yes.
Still.
I think they're talking about you.
Watch from a distance.
Fine.
Congrats.
Thank you. Well, yes, we, that day that we spent as we were looking for Vahera's father, earlier that day met the goddess Akadi, and although I denied it, my feelings for John, but he really that day, the goddess.
In your heart.
Well, the goddess asked him, "How do you feel? What is she to you?" And he said everything, and
It's the truth,
I
yeah.
agree.
One could say he fell for her.
I fell very hard for her. That's
He did, but
absolutely true.
Very
He
inspired.
did.
Absolutely true.
Good thing I have wings to catch him.
I hope everyone approves. Nothing's going to change much. After all, she's still Amalia. I'm still John.
Are you going to be slightly less pouty?
Oh, yes.
Probably.
Yes, I don't feel much poutiness at all.
That's excellent.
Yes.
This should prove the group dynamic.
But we wanted to thank.
He's preaching.
We wanted to thank you all because you all supported us.
Help bring us together.
Yes. So as we go into what could be very perilous days and nights of fighting these giants, we wanted you all to know that this wouldn't have been possible without you all.
So does this mean the verbal insults are gonna stop?
No.
No.
Then I approve.
He's a sorcerer, come on. And he's human.
She believes in a god. I mean,
You couldn't pay me enough gold pieces in the entire realm not to make fun of you.
That's fair.
fair enough.
That's fair. That's fair.
Basil, the food is ready at this point. You're preparing.
The Brenda was the appetizer.
What have you got for us, Basil?
Like I said, it's same thing as the past few days.
Leftovers, just eat and enjoy it.
I love squirrel.
A little bit of
It's
bear,
very
a little bit of
gamey.
squirrel,
Some
stuff.
some berry toes.
they're very good.
You didn't devour it very well.
No, oh my god.
Like you could have done it better. Mr. Pampered Prince.
It's got built-in toothpicks.
Wow.
Oh
my
way
god.
to look at it.
So, what is the plan for when we go in to talk to the Oracle? What do we want to ask about? Asking about maybe where the king is.
What about that dragon?
The
From my visions. I do think I mentioned this.
You did. Then I think it's something you should ask about.
Right. Enialis did see a blue dragon in his visions, a vicious blue dragon.
I want to ask about the ordering. What's going on with the ordering?
Yes.
It seems to be at the root of all of this.
And the quicker we move, the better.
And some of my nightmares.
What's that?
Ever since Vex did that weird thing with me, I keep seeing dragons in my dreams. And unexplained imagery, and it's all quite very disturbing.
Or maybe it's the same dragon that Enialis saw.
Quite
Was it a blue
different.
dragon?
Was it blue?
I've seen all colours.
Well, you can ask.
Maybe
Yes.
you shouldn't eat dinner so close to bed. Sometimes it does that to me too.
She's got a point.
Thank you for the advice, Basil. You're a good lad.
At this point, the
Yes.
sun has descended completely over the peaks, the jagged peaks of the North Mountains, and it's getting extra cold despite your thermal cube, Basil.
Everyone gather around.
I just put my hand up to Vahera's hair. This is nice.
Bear's hair that
I like.
is lit aflame.
I gotta put my hand up to her hair, and then I just light a fire, like in my hand.
Oh, you stole your hair.
Fight!
I've got your hair.
Fight!
I can always grow more.
Who wants to keep watch?
You'll need
I
2
shall.
watches overnight.
I'll do it.
I'll take the first.
Okay, so
All right.
Enialis and
Thank you.
Vahera, okay, in the second watch.
Excellent. I was exhausted.
I can take second watch.
Okay, Amalia and...
I'll go with her.
Oh!
Oh.
Oh,
Basil's still
Oh.
girl.
Basil, if you would like to be with Amalia, that's totally fine.
Yes.
Totally
Oh.
fine.
Alright.
No, never mind.
Alright.
For the watch.
Okay. But that's it.
Specifically for the
all
watch.
right. Well, good night, everyone.
Good night.
Sweet dreams.
Yes.
Okay. The four of you then head back into the recess of the cave. It's quite dark, and get into your thermal
John, I think that went well.
food bags.
I think it's going to take some time for them to not think that we hate each other, and that we're like passionately in love, right?
Absolutely.
Okay. That'll just take some time.
That's so silly.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fine. Nothing's going to happen because you all are in the cave with us. Or is it? I'm kidding.
Oh.
I'm kidding.
All right.
I'm kidding.
Fade to black.
Go to bed, dear.
That's good for YouTube channel.
So perception, you two on watch. All right, everyone else is gone. Retreated to their tents, right? Basil, Raswar, all your tents. Okay. All right, you get a full night's rest for your long rest. Total?
6.
6?
15.
Okay.
Must not be very awake.
You look out. So you're on the edge of the alcove. You put up there's some either rocks or makeshift seating you can make, and you sit and see the snowstorm drifts by in front of you, but the heat of the thermal cube keeps a lot of it away, and what comes at you and maybe at your waist, at your lap, is just wet, if anything. So, but it looks clear.
Cool. Can one talk telepathically with their familiars?
Good question. I think the answer is yes.
Okay, I'm going over some information that I learned from my shades. With Fiernan.
Okay.
About
So
someone I'm looking for.
Fiernan looks up to you, and he's currently wrapped around your neck a little bit. He's trying to keep warm, and you're quite warm in the hair area.
Indeed.
And he looks up and says, "How are you?"
Doing well. What's the latest information on the Ifrit we've been hunting?
Well, I can't tell you much, but something to do with Neverwinter.
Neverwinter. Do we have anyone there?
I don't know, but I think there's one shade on their way.
Good.
Your hair's
See-
very warm. And he snuggles up.
Good, little one. Get some sleep.
Okay. The fairy dragon then closes its eyes and falls asleep on your shoulders.
Okay.
When he does that, I kind of reach over and just kind of am petting his head.
Okay? It just stirs a little bit, and it seems to be liking it.
I never was much of a fan of the cold.
I can understand that feeling. And I don't even have your advantages.
Well, not without its downfalls.
I'm sure the younger races are not very tolerant. But again, the
should
older
see
races
them.
aren't either.
You should have seen some of the people I've known. Can't say they're very friendly to someone who looks like me.
Their loss.
Of course. What else would it be?
Okay. Some more time passes. You have a little bit of chit-chat, but mostly try to avoid the cold. And your 4 hours at this point are up without any kind of occurrence.
Good evening.
Sleep well.
Who's next?
I'll stick around while you wake the others.
Okay. You head back into the rocky alcove.
Are they sharing a tent?
Yes, but they're not. Your watch.
No, we're just in the cave. I was right.
Oh,
Are we
but
all
you-
in the cave together? Oh yeah, we
did
can make
a tent in the
tents.
cave. You put it's
Yeah,
the
One
one
big
yeah.
tent that everybody's in.
Is that it? A big tent?
Well, we only talked about setting up a tent.
I think you did have some kind of communal tent, right?
Yeah, I thought we
Just
had
thinking
one
about
big
it.
tent. Right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going. Oi! Lovebirds.
Oh well, you keep sleeping.
Yeah.
All right. He's just a small, weak human. It's all right. And
What did you say?
Huh? Good night. I love you. Okay.
Go back to sleep.
All right. Basil, you ready? Yes. Come on.
Remember to practice your sleight of hand, please.
Neither of you, nobody heard Vahera walk in because she's quite stealthy.
He's dead. All right. Basil, are you going to be okay? Okay. I kind of just pat him on the back a little bit. Wake up. It's fine.
Okay, you both go to the front by the thermal cube to take watch. It's very late. Either of you have dark vision?
Yes, I do.
You both do?
As I
60
walk
feet,
up,
right? Yeah.
I give a little bow to her and give him a pat on the head as I walk back.
Okay. And you go to meditate.
Sleep
Mason.
Yes.
Well, whatever. Meditate well.
Did you see anything?
Oh, well, thank you. Snow. Lots of snow.
Okay.
All right.
All
Kind
right.
of like turn over. Watch out for bears.
Oh my god. Okay.
It's a throwback. Okay. Perception for both of you.
18.
18. 9. Okay. That's everything looks clear to you.
That's fine. This is fine.
Amalia,
It's fine.
you actually pick up at this point that there's like a 40-foot long causeway that goes to the entrance of the Giant's Temple.
Okay.
And with the wind picking up right there at this point in the night, it looks like it's either kind of unstable or that it could be unstable very quickly. Like you see some
entryway?
rock. Yeah, well, it's like a giant causeway covered with
Oh,
snow
okay, yes,
that
yes,
leads to
yes.
the temple that's carved
Well,
into
it's
the
coming
wall.
apart.
And then it's coming apart, but you see debris and stuff falling now
Okay.
when the winds have picked up this
Okay.
late in the evening. But no activity.
Basil, do you see the causeway that leads over to the entrance of the temple?
Yeah.
We'll have to be very careful tomorrow, all right? So you can see, look, that rock just, look at it go.
Oh,
It just fell.
we're going over there.
I mean, I guess I could fly, but I might be the only one. We just have to be very careful, all right?
All right.
Okay, show me this sleight of hand that Vahera was
Oh, great.
teaching you. All right, I want to pick a card.
What?
I don't know. A coin.
how it works.
I have a coin.
I'll try to swipe something off of her.
Okay, I'm not looking.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Doing some-
Oh, at advantage. If you
Okay,
decide
I'm
to
not
look.
looking. This is fine. Do.
Okay.
You have advantage if you need it.
Oh, sure.
She's giving you advantage. She's making you turn invisible.
16.
Turn invisible.
16 total?
Yeah.
Okay, you can grab anything roughly on the outside of a person.
Sure.
Bag of holding?
Yeah, she's got like a bag or something, yeah.
Okay, you can grab the bag of holding.
So you grabbed everything.
I've been robbed.
Okay, you notice that your bag of holding is no longer there.
Where did it go?
I don't know.
Oh, I'm gonna make good job, Basil. Okay, but give it back.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, don't
All
worry.
right. That's very good. You're very smart.
Thank you.
Yes, your family should be very proud of you. You are adventuring, fighting giants with a group of adventurers, and you hold your own. Very proud of yourself, Basil.
That's very kind of you to say. I mean, I'm tagging along,
No,
for
but
sure.
you know, when the going gets tough, Basil makes dinner. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, you
No,
really
that's
don't
right.
do it. No, very kind. And if you need anything, you know, I'm not your mother by any means, you know, but I'm here if you need me.
Okay, so I know you're not my mother or anything, right? But if you hypothetically were, how?
If I were a mother, right?
Sure. How would you want to hear about, like something that your kid did or didn't do, before they disappeared for a long time?
Oh, that's valid.
That's maybe important.
Well, I would hope that my child would feel comfortable to come to me and tell me whatever was going on. And knowing that I would love my child no matter what. And that whatever they did doesn't matter because they have the place at home with me.
That was very cathartic. I'm gonna put off what I was doing and just take that as my response for now, and deal with it later.
Alright, well, everything has a solution.
Thank you.
It does.
Amalia, give me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Wow! A 21!
Okay, you start to feel a little bit unwell. but you kind of play it off.
You know, maybe I should leave the watch for the younger folk. I'm feeling a little... I don't know. It wasn't the dinner. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's probably just... I don't know.
Altitude sickness.
Do you want me?
Altitude sickness.
It's probably altitude sickness! I'm deceased. I need to leave. You know, I've had in my life a couple concussions, and sometimes it hits me in waves. In the altitude, and we're in the mountains, and it's, you know... All right, I think, good job, Basil. I think I need to, you got this, right?
All right.
Okay, good job.
Yeah, go rest.
Okay,
So you're gonna go back to rest?
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to rest.
Okay. So you take, get back in your sleeping bag, next to John, I assume. Basil, you finish off the rest of the watch without much issue. At that point, the sun is already peeking over the horizon, and the snows have curtailed to almost a stop, but the wind's still pretty strong, and you all wake up naturally.
Do you sleep all right?
Ready for war!
Tempest is proud!
Okay, I need to give inspiration.
Oh my god. Yes, Basil and I had a good watch, and then I think I have a little bit of altitude sickness, so I laid down. But Basil, the rest of the night was clear?
Yeah, I didn't see anything.
Okay, great, thank you.
As long as there were no bears. I hate bears.
Well, just the one that was
Yes,
watching
John,
you
we are
sleep,
aware.
but nothing else.
Now, Basil,
He was a small bear.
I am up for lots of fun and
was a
games,
baby bear.
Basil. Basil, I'm up for lots of fun and
I
games.
was just joking.
Basil,
That wasn't really a bit.
Basil,
I'm going to walk over to
but I
Basil. at
don't
this point.
joke about bears.
He's very
Good
sensitive
deal.
about it.
Well done.
Oh my gosh.
Right?
All right.
Oh, the Causeway. We should
Thank
probably move pretty quick today,
yes.
in case it took damage. I don't know.
When Basil and I we were watched last night, the causeway, if you can see it over there, the causeway that leads up to the temple, it's falling apart. You can see a couple of rocks falling. See right there. So we should make haste.
I mean, yes, it is a small, narrow, rocky passageway. It doesn't seem...
All right, John, you can go first then.
I will.
Excellent choice.
After breaking camp, you set out into the snow in front of the Temple of the Allfather on the spine of the world. Each footstep crunch as you make your way in. What would you like to do?
I'm going to go first.
Okay.
We should do what we've done before to keep us safe. So I'm gonna get out my rope from my pack.
Oh, fine.
Okay, well, you know, I'm worried
a
about
good idea.
you. And all right, here, Enialis, pass it down. All right. Everybody okay?
More or less.
I
All right.
think so.
Just
I think
stand.
Lead the way, John. Hope you don't see a bear.
so. Okay, I'm going to walk forward onto the cliff.
On the
Yes,
causeway? Okay.
yes.
You all walk towards the cliff, towards the temple.
Excellent.
You look to each side, and the cliff is very, very sheer. And you take your first step onto the causeway. Give me a survival check, please.
Come on.
That is a 6.
That's a 6.
Okay.
Well, I would say you notice there's no other footsteps there, but nothing else special stands out.
Good news, everyone. No one's been here. At least since it snowed last.
Were there any
I'm not
miners?
surprised.
I
But-
did not see any miners.
But it snows constantly.
But this isn't a mining town.
Yet.
All right, so maybe we're alone. So that's
Follow me, everyone.
We're never that
Alrighty
lucky. One can only hope.
Yeah.
We're never that
I'm
lucky.
gonna keep going.
all right.
Of course. All right, John begins to make headway, and everyone's, as they're linked up, has to follow inevitably. And as you get about halfway across this causeway, you start to notice the temple itself. Again, carved into the mountainside. It's a large domed temple, if you will, and it's being supported by 6 pillars, intricately carved pillars that each depict one of the different giant tribes. The first is a hill giant that has a rock above its head. The next pillar over has a frost giant chopping down a pine. The next is a cloud giant flying amongst the birds. On the other side of the 3 pillars, you have a flying storm giant hurling lightning bolts at a ship. Then a stone giant climbing a great mountain. And finally, a fire giant with prisoners chained behind him in a cavern.
At this point, as we're walking, I have stopped without realizing it, and I'm looking at that and muttering to myself, fire and chains, suffering, pain and death. Never anything else.
You alright?
Vahera?
What's the hold up?
Sorry, go.
On this
Right.
pause, the wind shoots up over the causeway from the summit below, from the chasm below, and furiously pushes against you. Everyone, give me either acrobatics or athletics saving check.
Okay.
A 14.
A 14.
Is this a saving throw or is
It's a
it
check. I'm sorry, acrobatics or athletics to stabilize yourself.
9?
9,
13.
13,
12.
12,
30.
13,
30.
30.
She goes, wind, I defy it.
15.
15. Okay, you're all fine. Raswar, you steal
Yeah,
yourself.
19 and
As do you,
11.
Basil.
Oh my god, she puts the wind in its
That's
place.
amazing. The wind comes towards Vahera. She just gently flies around her, wisps her fire hair.
A good
And
thief never gets knocked off her feet.
that's amazing. However, Amalia is pushed by the wind and takes a couple steps accidentally and is supposed to fall off the edge when Enialis seems to grab the rope. Give me a strength saving throw, Enialis. If anybody's
Can we
gonna help.
brace him?
Okay, yes, you brace him at advantage.
Saving throw again.
As I'm
same
falling, I'll go, John!
I've got you!
23.
23. You easily tug, and the rest of you follow suit and support her, and she's caught. She looks down, bit of a sheer cliff, and John grabs her hand, although she's already stable, pulls her back.
Thank you.
Please.
Well, I guess it's a
given
good
us
thing you
such
tied the
rights.
rope around us for your sake.
It's like I knew. Oh, I'm not. All right.
Mal, you take a pause, and as you do, you remember the rocks that were sliding, and you hear it again, what you heard overnight. You look up to see some debris falling from a nearby mountainside, and more begins to fall.
Okay, start running now. And I just push John.
You push John. John lunges forward. Everyone lunges forward as more and more rocks begin to come, and it's an avalanche.
Run!
coming.
Okay,
go.
can we make
It comes
haste?
down. You can dash. You can all dash for
Yeah.
sure.
Okay.
All right, if you dash, there's no problem. Some rocks, giant boulders, fall in. Some actually just fall straight into the chasm, but others ricochet onto the causeway, shaking it and then jumping and falling back into the chasm. But you've already cleared at that point, and they're standing right in front of the giant door to the temple. This door is intricately carved as well, and it looks like reliefs, you can see through sheets and sheets of ice in front of it, of giants fighting dragons, almost like a depiction of a war, perhaps.
Oh.
That's something.
Somebody's excited.
Oh, why don't you, Raswar, give me a. You do war stuff, right?
It's in his name, bruh.
At advantage, history or intelligence.
History or intelligence?
Yes.
Well then.
Or religion, actually.
History
Religion will work
is
too.
intelligence.
Religion will work as well.
Okay, I can go with religion.
Okay.
19.
19.
Nice.
Raswar, you know this to be the 1,000-Year War. The war that took place millennia ago, many millennia ago, in which the giants battled the dragons for 1,000 years, as it were. When the giants owned, so you know this from your pamphlet on wars, that the coffee table version, that the giants had their homeland, Astoria, which is a grand swath of Faerun, the continent of Faerun, and they were attacked by the dragons and fought back. But the war, you know, ended with almost the annihilation of both and a treaty, a truce between them.
What a boring end.
Would you like to inform the group?
This is the war for Astoria. Does anyone know about this?
John
I've heard of it.
No.
Oh, you're a traveler, right? Okay, give me a. You have to recall, so it'd be intelligence.
Just straight intelligence?
Yeah, you can add proficiency though if you want.
Enialis, is this your vision? The dragon?
20 total.
20 total. You remember the war as he depicts it. You've heard some legends or read about it in some books. You've been around for many generations, so yeah, you can corroborate his story. That's not quite a legend, but it's true.
No, it's not what I saw in my vision, but it's known to my people. I've heard of it.
What is
Lasted
it?
for 1,000 years. Sounds like a good time.
They fought for 1,000 years?
It was a millennia ago. A few generations of my people.
What could be so important that they would fight for 1,000 years over?
Their entire homeland.
Oh.
Do you need a reason?
Why did the dragons attack?
You, my friend, are a funny one.
Why did they need a reason?
Why does anyone do anything?
Oh.
Motivation,
Because it's fun.
power, money.
Vahera, why don't you make yourself useful and try to get us into this door?
Okay.
I've heard you can pick locks.
Well, Vahera, before you get to the lock, the door is covered in a strong sheet of ice. It's reflective. You can see your reflection on it, but you can see the door behind it.
I may be made of fire, but I don't think my hands can melt 3 feet of ice.
You can do some snow Aasimars.
Okay, I'm going to.
So pure!
Is that so? I'm gonna cast a firebolt at the door.
Just a fire bolt.
Yeah,
Okay, roll the hit.
Last time I checked, you were the fire sorcerer, sir.
Oh, that's not good.
Wow, that is really bad.
14.
14.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. It's not moving. So, all right, John summons a light amount of fire energy and shoots it out, and it streaks, hits into the.
22 fire damage.
Oh, okay. Hits into the sheet of ice and breaks it, shatters it just a hair. Almost imagine like you take a pickaxe against some ice and just carves a bit of a hole in it.
Oh, is that funny?
It's very funny.
Is that funny?
Yeah.
Oh, do you think you can do better?
Oh, I can.
Real
do you
quick,
do?
before you two
Fight,
have any more
fight.
of your pissing match,
Yeah.
let me try something real quick.
Okay.
I get out the spider staff,
Okay.
and I
Oh my God.
do a strike into the ice.
All right. Were you gonna do anything?
I
Raswar?
was going to, but he just did something, so.
Okay. So you take the spider staff, which is I think against the animate.
It auto crits.
Okay, so give me some damage. Because of a hardness.
Okay. 12 and 9, so 21, 26.
Bashing, right?
No. 10 of that is poison.
Okay.
I don't know if that even does anything.
Poison the door!
That's the part
The
of
spider staff, it
damage that's
hits, and some green sprays off, and what you see is it almost creates like spider-like webs, tendrils around the spot you hit, but it's still there.
Okay, Roswell's turn.
Now
How
then,
about it, big
now
guy?
then, fire mage. This is how you do it. I pull out a potion, and I drink it,
Okay.
and I inhale a huge breath, and I do a cone of fire across the entire door.
Okay. Is it the potion of fire breathing?
Yep.
Okay.
Epic!
All right.
Do it.
Okay. Glug, 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 glug. It's like it ate like a hot tamale or whatever, or like what? And then go. And give me some damage.
We all put our sunglasses on.
Yeah.
17 damage.
All right. There's some rumbling, and how long do you do it for? As long as you can muster.
Until it stops coming out.
Okay. If you want to do it, as long as you might need to do it, and just give me a Constitution saving throw.
Sweet.
He's made out of Constitution.
Oh my god.
Am I, though?
Yeah. I don't know.
My total, my Constitution saving throw is a 9.
He's like out of breath. He's like,
He has a potion, and then he's just blowing fire, and you use your own breath weapon power to empower it. Like after the potion expires, you continue to breathe out fire, and you see his cheeks getting all red. But it's melting most of the ice, and finally enough of the ice melts where you can probably just hit it out of place, and then Raswar falls on his knees in front of the ice, and
How
you.
tall are you?
How tall am I?
he's like,
You said he fell to his knees. I'll
Yes.
go and like slap him on the back.
Okay,
6'5".
Oh my god.
he's tall. Yeah, he falls to his knees, and he's coughing.
I want to get some water. Drink some water.
It's like water everywhere now.
Do You want some water?
Yeah, I'll take some water.
All right, you drink the water. You finally manage to get some down. All right, and the ice is like a lot while he was doing the breath weapon. A lot of it melted. It's just water sheeting down.
Vahera, can you squeeze in?
What's the door like now?
What's the door like? It's enough where you can probably just break it off with like a knife or even just your elbow if you needed to.
How do
do
gold
that.
dragons do
Okay, you
that?
cut through it and you cut enough where the whole sheet just falls down in one fell motion.
Good job, Vahera!
Fall into the ground, just as ice shatters the bottom. And now the door, you can see the image perfectly. It's carved intricately, but it looks like it hasn't been taken care of for some time.
On that note, can I look back at where we came from? Do I see anything? Like, there's no one around after we've made all this noise with the ice and there's literally nothing?
But why don't you give me a...
I don't think our noise will matter compared to the avalanche.
Yeah, that's
fair,
true.
That's fair.
No, you don't see anything. Only thing you can probably piece together is that, I don't know, the ordning happened. Perhaps there's no giants here for a reason.
Yeah.
Shadows.
Well, I was thinking, well, I guess we're not going to run into any more cultists or fanatics. That's good.
Can't think of anyone else who'd be up in this storm.
Right.
True.
All right.
Okay, Vahera, you look for
yeah.
a lock or something like that you could probably pick pretty easily, but there's nothing. Just two giant stone doors. Obviously, they're cut in the middle, and they would imagine a giant would have to probably push them open.
Any kind of handle? Anything?
Nope.
I'm going to walk up to the door.
Okay.
And I'm going to just say, I don't know. I've heard that this could work. Bello.
Oh my god! Does anything happen?
Does anything happen?
Nothing happened.
Oh man!
Damn.
Oh,
Your words just echo. Yeah.
I've got an idea.
Uh-huh.
I'll go up to it and say something along the lines of open in primordial, because I speak primordial.
Okay. Do you all speak giant?
No.
I just speak primordial.
Just primordial?
No.
Anybody speak giant at all?
Do I speak giant yet?
No. Okay, primordial. Okay, what would you like to say?
Give us entry to this temple.
Okay.
Something like that.
All right. Vahera walks forward and speaks in a language, a primal language, which I will not.
No, do it! That was so cool.
Doth-kalach.
And the door just stands there being a door.
Well, I've tried everything.
dare it.
Anyone else?
I'm gonna pull out
good door.
the lantern of revealing,
Okay.
and I'll hold it up to the door.
All right.
Do I
We have the
see
lantern
anything?
open up,
Yeah, the full light.
and the lights blaze out, revealing a door.
It's just a door, and I close it and put it away.
I just walk up and
All
try to
right.
push it.
I need you to give me a strength saving throw at disadvantage.
Why did we do that? Try to
Saving
open
throw.
Yes.
You're
We're
close
not
to
the
me, so you get
brightest
plus 3.
bunch.
it.
Oh, you get plus 3.
Most of us didn't have
Saving throw
pads.
from aura of protection. Or aura of
So that brings me up to a 13 total.
a 13 total. Enialis goes up and tries to open the door like people open doors, and
So illogical.
he pushes, and you hear it creak just a little bit.
Okay, let's help him.
Okay, everyone's just gonna.
I'm gonna go up and try to help him push it open.
Okay,
There's 6 of us, one on each side. Or
you
3 on each side.
you want to open both sides at the same
Yeah.
Why
time?
don't just open one door? That's plenty wide for all of us.
It's a giant-sized door.
It's a door. It's a door for actually looks like probably
Yeah.
2 or 3 giants wide could go in this door.
All right.
Can I get
Everybody
a hand?
push. We'll go up to where Enialis is and help him push.
Okay, who's extra strong?
Hi.
Yeah,
Okay.
over there.
All right, so if you're both taking,
Oh, my strength
a
is
do-
19.
Yeah, that's what I'm
Yeah,
asking.
yeah.
Are you both taking each a door or together? A door?
No, together the
The
same
whole
door.
door. One door.
The whole door. Okay.
One door.
Raz, whoever has the highest strength, assume it's you, Razwar.
20.
20. Go ahead and roll a strength check at advantage with the help of all your comrades.
Strength check, say.
It's too late.
It's too late to cast guidance.
Yep, you read my mind. Oh, okay.
It's too late.
I'm gonna put it on his
Oh, so
my
I get to
hand
add
on his
D4.
Add a
shoulder.
D4, yes.
Make Tempest proud.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, because that's now a 13.
A 13. All right, with the help of everybody, you take the lead and you push shoulders and first and then with your legs, and then every other way you can until this door finally gives way a little bit. You're having to push in. What? Oh, having to push in ice and everything. These doors push enough with a 13 that you have a hole just wide enough after sweating to get in there sideways.
All right.
All of us?
Yeah, well, one at a time.
All right.
But even the ones with tails.
Yeah,
and
enough.
stuff?
Yes, even with the big heavy metal Raswars.
I guess we'll move in sideways.
Bravo, Raswar.
Very good.
Bravo.
Well, everybody's sweating. But yeah.
All right.
Yeah, but we know he did the bull.
Okay, probably. Yeah, he took
All right,
the
we're gonna
lead.
move in sideways.
Basil was just in the background looking at the statues.
Okay.
Oh, you got it.
The statues also look like they have not been kept up with for some time.
Are these the same ones on the pillars or no?
Yes, that's what you're looking
talking
at.
about
Yeah, on the pillars.
Well, they asked who was strong to help with the door. So.
All right.
Yes.
I'm gonna.
Everyone head side.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn to Vahera. Are you all right?
It's nothing.
No, it's not nothing. That's why we're going to defeat the giants. It doesn't have to be that.
You wouldn't understand. And I keep walking.
Okay. Everyone shimmies inside, and you find yourself in a exceptionally long hallway. That the first steps you take inside, there's sconces up probably 15 feet high, so quite tall even for you. And it lights up. Both of them light up in a magical blue fire. And you start to see
Everyone at the ready.
a relief on both sides, but you can't really tell what it is. And it goes all the way down the hallway. Always probably.
There are multiple lights.
Yeah, there's
Going
light
down the
sconces.
hallway, they're all just
yeah, they're staggered, exactly. Yeah.
What a relief, am I right?
I hope it's more warm.
Okay.
Can we see everything, or is there still
No,
some dark?
even with dark vision, because it's kind of like a grayscale, you can't really make out much of what this relief is.
Weapons ready, everyone.
I'm gonna draw swords.
Okay.
Lights flaming. Will that give us any light?
Yeah, I think the flaming gives you, 10... and not more than the sconces would be. Than the,
Yeah.
Okay.
no, I mean, it would give you light, but...
Yeah, I'll get my hammer out. I had a thought. So how tall is the building?
all the way to the top. So the walls rise up, right?
Yeah.
And then there's even above that. It looks like where there's some nooks where probably giants stood guard at some point, but no one's there right now.
Mhm.
And it's domed at the top.
Okay.
Goes all the way down.
I can fly ahead or fly up if we think that would be helpful, but if not, I think we should continue forward on foot quietly.
There doesn't appear to have been anyone here for
Right.
quite a long time.
All right.
After all, we had to break our way in.
That's true. There's probably no one here.
Unless they've been hiding out for quite some
Yes.
time.
Do you want to be stealthy, as you said, or do you want to walk normally?
I think we should move ahead with stealth. Vahera, do you want to... Maybe Fionn could fly ahead?
I can send him.
Take a look around.
He looks over you and puffs up a little bit.
And he goes,
he shoots up his
F
puff.
you.
And he's like, no, thank you. And he wiggles his way down behind into your cloak.
Oi, watch it!
He's just nibbling a little bit.
What's your tail, mate?
Well, let's follow
Everyone
ahead
be
stealthily.
incredibly quiet.
Okay, everyone give me a stealth roll, and if you have heavy armor, it's disadvantage.
That's me.
Oh my god.
That's
You
what
two
I like.
you two disadvantage, right? I think you're the ones that have... Oh, you as well. Well, yes. Just either way, just give me a stealth check.
Stealth?
Oh, at disadvantage.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my
I didn't think it could get worse.
It's a 1!
It's a 1, okay.
Everybody be really quiet!
Alright, 1.
What?
Clang, clang, clang.
It's 19.
19.
14.
14. 5. Vahera.
18?
Okay.
Because
Raswar.
everybody be
7.
really quiet and it echoes.
Okay, so everyone's be quiet, and everyone crouches down a little bit, and then all you hear is Raswar and Amalia hit armor, like clank their armors together, look at each other, and it echoes down the hallway, like all the way down the hallway.
I'm gonna put my hand up. Maybe you should let me go first.
Shh, we're sneaking.
We're really sneaky. Clearly not.
You
I'll
want to go
let you go
first?
first.
Okay, I need to give you another stealth roll. If you're by yourself, I think it's advantage.
I already have
Oh, that's right, because they all cloak above, yeah.
Do you have?
Clink, clink.
24?
24? Okay,
Yeah,
that's
24.
That's very high. Vahera, without even, you can't even hear her footsteps. All you see is her hair lingering a little bit behind her. And as she moves forward faster than you, the sconces light up a little bit, but she's way ahead of them. And she ends up, how far do you want to go? All the way to the end?
Might as
Halfway?
well.
All right.
She's made of smoke.
She makes it all the way to the end. Yeah, she's almost like smoke, like
Would it
trailing fire.
help anything if I put my hair up? Because I can do that.
It's up to you.
I'll put my hair up
Okay.
just to make sure.
It's gone. So you
Make sure no one
Bald Vahera.
She disappears. She disappears completely near the end. And
Damn, she's good.
And as you, what unfolds,
Whisper back. Damn right.
what unfolds on both sides is a depiction of the 1,000-Year War that you saw on the door.
Sweet.
But it shows it from beginning to end. But it's from the giants' perspective, so giants seem to be winning. And
It's always written from the point of view of the.
yeah, so they, yeah, okay, and that's kind of what you see. Lots of killing of dragons by giants in many, many, many gruesome ways.
I'm looking at that. Is it like a fresco or something?
Yeah, it's like a carved relief. Yes.
Looking up at it and going, No wonder the victors write the history books. And I turn around and call back, it's alright.
It's all right. 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 You're echoing.
Just watch
down
your
the
step.
hall. Watch your step. Watch your step.
Oh, right then.
All right.
Let's go, everyone.
Okay. You hear them clink clanking their way.
I'm just sitting at the end with my head in my hands.
Okay. And you get to a door which depicts giants of all kinds, and in the sort of like a godlike position is a cloaked figure that is beaming out light, and all the giants are venerating this cloaked figure.
Is the cloaked figure big?
Oh yeah, enormous.
What
Even
the
compared to the
hell is
giants.
that?
Razzle, what's that? Do you know this from your war
Pamphlet.
pamphlet?
If you would you have read about? I assume you would have read about a lot of different wars.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want you to give me a history check or religion, but a disadvantage. You can give me one, Enialis, as Mr. Traveler. History, or just history, but without any advantage or disadvantage.
It's literally the only thing I read about.
Okay.
Just
Still, though,
Why?
this is specific giant lore. You might not necessarily know who this is.
18 total.
18.
I only have
10.
+1, but I
10?
have 17.
You feel like this individual rings a bell, but you know it right away to be Anam, the Allfather, the eternal god of giants.
I just kind of, I'm looking up at it. Oh, Anam.
who?
Who?
The Allfather. The god of the giants.
Oh,
That makes sense.
okay.
Kind of like a goddess, but bigger.
Yes, and taller.
Much taller.
Is he good or is he like not good?
He's a giant.
Oh, so
He's the
not
Allfather.
good. Right.
Depends on the point of view, I would say.
That's true. That's true. Like all gods and rulers. All right. Well, should we continue forward?
May as well.
What else can we do?
Right. All right. Well, we know what he looks like now. If he
Okay.
appears.
He's got a big cape on.
It's a big cloak, you can't really tell.
It's not a bear cloak.
So if you see,
Just hear
so
me
if we see
cracking
any
up in the
big
background.
men wearing cloaks, we should be extra careful.
But what if it's just a very big man wearing a cloak?
What if he's trying to sell a watch?
What if it's 3 kids wearing it?
Three kids wearing a cloak.
What if it's a bunch of gnomes?
Okay, you know what I'm saying.
I like that. Okay, this door doesn't seem to be as... It does not encase in ice at all, and would probably slide easier.
Okay.
Or open easier. I should say.
Open this way or like
It opens push.
I think Vahera should go first.
I think Vahera
Thanks.
probably still needs a little help with the door.
Hey, Vahera,
Oh.
you going first?
Raswar.
I will go.
Strength saving throw disadvantage if you want to try to...
I'm gonna go with Raswar.
I mean,
oh, like
the little Genasi, like...
I thought it
Raswar,
was just keep
could you
sneaking.
please take care of the door?
Hello.
Good man.
I want to fight something. You keep making me push doors.
Just imagine the door is like your enemy. And you're pushing
Imagine
and
it's a
fighting
man
it.
in a cloak.
Okay, so just roll a strength.
Fight the door, Raswar. Fight it.
You'd be surprised how many times a bunch of gnomes in a cloak can really, really fool someone.
They
see.
probably make good thieves.
Oh, you can add your proficiency to it
That
if
I
you
wouldn't
because you
say.
understand how these doors work now.
Wouldn't go bad.
You push them.
Exactly. Now pull them.
So, at advantage or not?
No, just go with your proficiency if you don't have it with strength.
Alright, well, I just got a total of 28.
28. All right. How do you want to open this door?
How do you want to?
I just want to like walk up, and I feel like I'm gonna like push it normally, but then it's just like flinging it open. It slams against the wall.
Okay, with that high of a score, you push, and you were expecting the force of the previous door, which was encased in ice and everything. This one, you push it enough where it does let loose a little bit and slams and shuts back a little bit.
Guess I'm up.
No one will ever know that we are here.
All right, Vahera.
I
Yeah.
followed her up to the point of the door. And
Okay. You're peeking in, or are you
eye.
going in, Vahera?
I'll go in.
You're just gonna walk in. Okay, you stealth over and look aside, and you see in this room, it's grand. It's 100-foot high, vaulted ceiling here, and there's 7 enormous statues in the room. 6 you recognize more or less to be the giants you saw on the pillars outside, but more not just a giant, but like a chief of some kind, or some kind of giant of prominence within these different giant tribes. In the middle, almost to the top, 80 feet tall, you can imagine this would make anybody seem small, is the same person you saw in the entrance, that cloaked figure, which Enialis identified to be Anam. He stands in the middle.
Still cloaked?
Just cloaked, yes, it's a cloaked figure.
So these are on the pillars.
No.
Yes.
Or they're
Giant
actually
statues.
No, the statues
They're
of
actually-
giants,
okay,
yeah.
Yeah. Question: Are
Yes.
we under the dome part? So is this like a domed room or like?
Yes, it's a domed room. It's vaulted at the end. It's kind of like a circular room.
Okay.
Yeah.
The statues are lining the outside.
Yes.
With the
There's 3
Anam in the
statues and
center.
an Anam statue. It's an enormous statue. You can't imagine. It's much taller than any giants would be. So you imagine the craftsmanship here.
Fire giant still there?
Fire giant's still there. In fact, if you're looking, all the giants have weapons in their hands.
Okay.
And okay,
Statues, you say?
How far in the room am I?
far in the room, or you just poked in.
Okay.
But it looks there's nothing here other than at the end there's just some kind of runic archway.
Since I kind of was following her
Yeah,
up to the door,
you see the same thing.
I kind of just put my hand on her shoulder.
Uh-huh. And
Just
oh,
because she seemed to have a reaction when we were outside of the statue.
that's
So
right. So Enialis tries to
I
soothe you.
shrug it off and keep walking.
Okay. All right. Anyone else going in?
I'll follow her.
Okay.
I'm not staying behind and missing this.
Okay. You
John-
wanna
I'll go.
Okay.
Maybe you should wait outside.
It's going to be fine. Come on.
All right. Just be careful.
I'm always careful.
No, you're not.
He's really not. As we're
Ever.
walking in,
Just like stand behind me.
Okay.
as we're walking in, I kind of look over my shoulder and shout, "I would warn you all to mind your step."
The floors here are intricately carved as well with different runes, probably giant runes, and they fill up the whole like marble floorway in this area.
I take extra care to be following her steps
Okay.
carefully.
So the giants all seem to be. It almost looks like they're. Those paintings with eyes look like they're looking at you. and following you.
Interesting.
It seems almost
They're
like
following
that.
us?
And at the end, Vahera, the only thing that stands out to you is, again, an archway that has runes on it. So you all see this now.
What size is the archway?
Huge for giants.
Okay.
What
For
language?
a single giant, though.
What language are the runes in?
Giant, but I think if you know... well, giant, but not giant. Anybody know Dwarven?
No.
No, okay. Then, is anybody going to examine? Okay.
I mean, can I do like a religion check if it's still Amon and see kind of...
No.
No.
But you can do, if you'd like to investigate the runes here, I would need you to give me either history or arcana at disadvantage.
I'll try
Okay,
to do
I'll
an
try it.
investigation
I'll
on history.
try Arcana.
Okay? Anybody who wants to... the only thing that seems to stand out to you is the runic...
I'm going to try it
nice.
on
The
history
runes on the
based
door match the
on
ones on
my
the
travels.
Yeah, well, so on
They're
the
the
floor,
same-
there's
they're
runes
the
of all
same,
kinds.
yeah.
But here, there's specifically 6 runes.
I got a 7, so.
7 at disadvantage. Anybody who wants to try to investigate anything, you're welcome to roll.
I managed to get a 13 at disadvantage on history.
Okay.
Yeah.
Arcana or history?
It was history for me.
I know.
Oh, sorry.
11
11?
for Arcana.
All right. Okay. And
All
no,
right,
over
so-
here, anybody rolling?
I rolled a 13. for
13 as
history
well? No? Okay.
So,
Yes. Arcana or history?
History.
Okay.
I'm going to guess that the Oracle is farther into the building. I mean, what are we looking at here? I don't.
You look at the runes. Who rolled? What did you roll for Arcana, John?
7.
7? Okay, no.
11.
So, Enialis, Basil. These runes, you can, through mixing and matching some things you've learned or your own magics, you can identify the runes, and you can kind of understand the meaning, not the meaning, I'm sorry, what the runes say, but not what they mean. You can almost pronounce it, what they are, but you don't know the meaning. Although, with a 13, I'll say you each know the meaning of one rune each. You through your travels, just something you've picked up along the way, and you through some of your tinkering and understanding of how certain magics works and how to infuse things, a symbol you have understood as well, which is the following. The rune, which is Ild, right there, that's for the fire giants.
Can you blow it up any larger?
No, I cannot.
Oh.
And so Ild is fire giants.
Is that the bottom right hand?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. And Uvar is for storm giants.
It's the top 2, actually. Ild and Uvar are the top 2.
Okay.
Ild and Uvar.
So, based on what you and I know, I would venture to guess that the other 4 represent the other giant clans as well.
So would that imply that we need a giant from every clan to open this door?
Was there even a door on this archway?
There's an archway and there's stones in between it. So there's the stones and they have the runes carved into them.
But is there actually a door in the archway, or is it just an archway into something beyond?
It's an archway that is the same consistency as the rest of the marble walls here.
Oh, it's just an archway on the wall itself.
Correct.
Got
Yes.
it.
I see.
Never mind then.
I have a really dumb idea. I'm gonna go into
Sounds dangerous.
Well, I'm gonna go to my bag. I have stone giant and fire giant remains. I'm gonna take out these bags of pieces of rotting giants.
Okay. Woo! It smells.
Okay, come in here.
What are you doing?
Okay, we were going to take them for them to become potions, and I just have dead bodies in my bag. I'm gonna.
Oh, here we are in your holy temple. Have some corpses.
Okay, I'm gonna take the bag of the stone giant remains. Can I go up to the statue and kind of like
Sure.
towards
The
the
statue of the stone
or-
giant?
Yeah.
Okay. So you take the bag out. It wafts of rotting.
I said it was a dumb idea.
Okay.
I don't know.
You walk towards the stone statue, the statue of the stone
I just put
giant,
a dead body out of my bag.
and
Basil's like, yum.
That sounds like something.
Oh no, I was smelling the air.
Tempest is a weird god.
you notice something as you approach the giant.
Okay.
Give me perception or investigation. Your call.
Okay. Perception or investigation. Can I put guidance on myself?
Of course you can.
I touched myself.
You get close and
Sorry,
you're looking. It's something catches your eye.
What did you say? Perception?
Or investigation, your choice. 13.
Yes.
You notice that the weapons they're all holding
Okay.
seem to have been used a lot.
Okay.
That's disconcerting.
Okay, well, now I feel bad that I'm just showing remains of the giants in the holy temple, and I'm going to put them away. But these weapons look like they've been used.
I repeat,
A lot.
That's
Oh
disconcerting.
god, that's incredible.
And now
Mayhaps they used the weapons of these chiefs.
Enialis, okay, I'm gonna go behind the stone giant statue, and I'm gonna start throwing up.
Oh my
I shouldn't have.
And not only that, but you're holding the rotten
Yeah,
remains, and it's making you throw up even more.
Amalia, are you okay?
Yeah, stop it, John. I'm
Just
fine.
put it away.
Goodness.
As I'm like kind of throwing up, I'm gonna put it.
Are you sure you're alright?
The remains back in my bag. No, it's.
Oh, you're still gonna keep those?
You put it in the bag holding so
Yes,
that
we can make them into potions.
I'm going to look at her very quizzically from the corner
Okay.
because I have an idea.
Okay.
I'm fine. This is okay. This is fine.
Did you say something?
The weapons have been used. Okay.
Can we get a closer look at them?
Sure. Which giant you go to in particular?
The big one.
I'm sorry?
The big one.
Anam, the Allfather in the middle, he does not have any weapons on him.
Just kidding. The one with the weapon.
Okay.
They all have weapons.
All right.
Aside
You go to the
from
closest one. It has to be the stone giant. Sure. Give me an investigation. You know what you're looking for, kind of, so advantage. Well, I assume you know what you're looking for.
Yeah.
I'll take that first one. What was it? Investigation?
Yes.
21.
21.
Nice.
Okay. Amalia wasn't... Well, she was onto something, it seemed like. But now you see all the weapons are holding. In this case, the stone giant is holding a stone... He's holding a boulder as like a weapon. And you see that where the hands are holding this weapon, that's like rough marks. Like it's been taken out a lot.
Well, I mean, these... Maybe they're the key to the door if they've been used a lot.
How large are the weapons?
Giant size.
They're giant size.
Okay.
But...
I mean, they might also activate the statues in some horrible reality, but it's worth a shot.
So it's like huge?
Yeah, they're huge. Like one person... I mean, they could be heavy, they could not be, but one person would probably not be able to wield them your size.
Okay.
Dang it.
I was just trying to figure out if they were huge or large or medium.
They're huge size, yeah. Large to huge, just big. They don't look usable, they look more ceremonial than anything. Even the just stone boulders seem ceremonial. It's also covered in runes.
I'm just thinking fifth element right now.
I have no idea what we should be doing right now.
What if we all... I don't know, if we all put our hat...
Well, there are 6 of us, and there are 6 giants. We could
So if
try
we
to.
each tried to
Maybe
touch
represent
their
the
weapons
element.
or something? I don't know.
All right, well, I'll stay here with the stone giant. Just don't. Sorry, and I just, try to move away from the vomit. I'll do this one.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go up to whatever one's nearest to me.
Okay, there's a fire giant nearby, and it has an iron greatsword.
Sure, I'll go up to that one.
Okay, what are you gonna do with the...
I'm gonna
Weapon.
put my hand on the greatsword.
Okay, it seems ceremonial, and you put your hand on it, and it seems almost hollow and light.
Oh.
And again, it seems like many times it's been grabbed by the handle.
Oh, can I try to take it out of the
Yeah,
handle?
easily. You lift it out of the fire giant's hand,
Oh.
and you're holding a way oversized, great sword.
Oh, cool.
It's huge. It's probably...
I've got to give me one of these.
All right.
One and a half.
Like it's more
Everybody grab a
federation.
weapon. Grab a weapon.
I'll go
Okay.
to the storm giant. What is he?
Okay, the
holding?
storm giant is holding a adamantine trident.
I will pick up the trident.
Okay, you feel the trident, it's light, and you can hold it, but it's oversized, so you're gonna have to hold it like this.
Twirl around my
No, you can't do that.
Oh, I'm gonna grab.
I mean, you can, but it'd be really awkward and slow.
I'll grab the boulder from the stone giant.
Yeah, the
that I'm
boulder,
sitting-
it's big, but
Oh.
yeah.
Oh.
I'll go for the cloud giant.
Okay, so you go to the cloud giant, it has a mithril spear, in the shape of a mithril spear, and you grab it.
What weapons are left?
I think just a hill giant and a frost giant.
But what are they wielding?
So
That's what he really wants to know.
the frost giant is a shield great axe, so okay, you grab the shield great axe. And the hill giant has a bone club, a bone great club.
So
That is
It's just a
totally
giant,
bad.
giant ham bone.
Basil's just like, this is nice.
Is it? Okay, and you're all kind of just sitting around this altar area to an
Okay.
Shall we
Weapon.
each touch our weapons to the rune representing the different giants?
Okay,
Oh my
you
God,
identify
you're a
two of the
genius.
runes. You know what the rune is for fire, and you know the rune is for, what did I say? Storm.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to take my storm giant weapon and go and poke the storm giant rune and see what happens.
Okay. All right, you take your trident. How do you want to poke it?
I'm
my
just going
Okay.
to gently touch the tip to the rune.
Just the
Okay,
tip.
just the tip.
Just the tip.
Ah!
Okay. Enialis
waiting
walks
for it.
forward.
So,
and
yeah.
I'm not going to like impale the wall.
Yeah, I
I'm just going to be like,
He looks around as you're
Touching
holding
it.
your oversized
I was like,
ceremonial weapons, and he goes and pokes it. Nothing happens. And then the rune lights up, and that rune, the Uvar rune, right? Oh, sorry, did I say it was you? Yes.
Yeah.
It begins to fill up with light until it's just glowing and radiating.
oh my god, you're a genius!
Nice.
Brilliant.
so you knew the fire giants. Why don't you trade with that guy over
Well,
there?
show me which
It's
one's
that
which.
one.
Okay, I take the sword and I do the same thing.
Okay, you touch it? Nothing, and then it shoots out light energy.
Okay. 4 left.
Okay. Now you have currently the Hog rune, the Stein rune, the Ice rune, and the Sky rune.
Well, gee, 2 of those sound kind of obvious.
Again, you can pronounce them
Right.
Okay.
I'll go
so,
with the sky one.
with what?
Or
With
choose
my
a sky weapon.
spear.
Okay, you
Fire
have.
giants.
All right, you have the spear, then it activates.
Okay.
Raswar,
Hog,
this
Stein,
one,
and Ice.
This one over here is the ice rune. I'm just going to venture a guess that might be the one you need to touch.
Do it. Touch it. Do it.
Do it for Tempest.
Touch it. Do it.
Do it for Tempest.
What does Tempest have to do with this?
Well, you're stabbing something.
Tempest.
There you
In
Yeah.
a way. In a way,
It is- this
you're
is war.
stabbing something.
This is war.
It's an
way.
everyday war.
I think he
You're
knows that we're
fighting
mocking.
I
the
touched
riddle.
her.
Okay, I just touch rune easily. It's kind of a little high up, but you're able to hit it.
I
When it
might keep
activates.
this.
Okay, so just Basil, you and
You
I.
have-
do the stag and the,
You have Hog and Stein.
I'm going to
Hog and
try
Stein.
the hog
With what?
the hog
with
would be
my
the
rock.
pill.
and just bump it.
Okay, it's thankfully it's near the bottom. So you hit it, and it lights up.
I was right.
Wow, it was
Well, we all know where you're going now.
like... Okay, the Hog rune is the last one left.
Bone club. Bone.
Okay, kick the bone club. And
Epic.
it lights up.
This is the moment.
At which point, from top to bottom in this archway, it begins to manifest a blue, wavy, wave-like glow that replaces all the marble. And it spins.
Reach my hand out and
What?
touch.
You reach your hand on touch, and it looks like any adventurer would assume this is a portal, but you can't seem to make it into it. It's like hitting a wall. It's like hitting glass.
I suggest we take a running start. How about you, John?
Uh,
I'll wait and see how
I
this
may
goes.
be an idiot, but I'm not stupid. I'm gonna take my sword. And try to use it to go in.
The sword stops.
Can
Is
I
it
go over
like-
to the other statue?
Which one?
The last one. There's
I'm
still
on.
another statue.
Yes, you
On
can.
The
He
god.
has no
Is there
weapon.
anything on him?
You walk towards Anam?
Yeah.
Okay. You walk towards Anam.
Oh no.
Uh-oh.
well, no.
And this 80-foot tall statue,
Oh my
it begins to shudder and shake. And there's a radiating transmutation magic.
Basil, back up.
Each joint crunches to life. And its eyes suddenly shine. Again, it has a cloak on, but its eyes shine in a blue light. And it faces you, Basil, since you're closest to it, and begins to bellow out. But it seems like it's been a long time, so dust and debris just shoot out of its mouth. And it's like you're trying to in your direction. So, looks at you and says, and then looks at everyone else, this giant statue that moves. I am the guardian of Anam. You have come to our temple, seeking wisdom from the oracle. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
Anam, sir. Guardian. Anam.
Oh, wise one.
Wise and powerful.
I'm gonna run over
man.
and stand in front of
Giant.
Basil.
Oh,
I
really?
think it's okay, Amalia.
This is fine. Don't worry.
Okay, it's echoing out as it reverberates through the whole room. And if that will be so, then you are small folk.
This is
Arnold.
All small folk must pay a price to speak with the Oracle. A price that only one of you may pay.
Right, what is it?
Okay. As it has been, and shall continue to be, one of you must make the choice to join the giant family. As an offering of good faith between small folk and giant kin. Should you accept our offer, you will receive a giant's strength and our ancient ability of rune casting. Yet know that you will be intertwined with the fate of our kin forever. Then, and only then, will you be allowed to speak with the Oracle. And know this, the gift can only be received by one of pure of heart and intention. If not, their life will be forfeit. Choose wisely.
I mean, depending on how we define pure of heart and intention,
Define
Raswar kind of pure.
That's a good point.
I was thinking the same thing.
Vahera's out.
Well, duh.
You're out.
I already said I was out.
My vote's for the little one.
Right, but we don't know the long-term effects of this.
Yeah, that's a lot of pressure
can't
to
just
put on young Basil.
Right, listen, is there no other
Pressure
way?
makes great warriors.
You look up.
Right, but
All you see is his eyes are burning, like a blue flame.
Maybe don't question the large burning giant man.
He looks at you. No! This is the only way for small folk.
I'm the smallest folk we got.
Just thinking.
Is that a volunteer?
Small folk are not giants.
no, obviously.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know.
Basil,
I
are you
li-
sure?
But listen, we've been fighting giants. Is this going to change who he is? And the
It
giants
certainly
don't-
sounds like it's going to.
No, I know, but I mean, like,
But it sounds like it's a gift, not
This sounds amazing.
not something bad.
Did you see the magic back there? With the door and the runes and the whoosh.
See, he's quite excited.
right? Yes, yeah. I just
He's free to make his own decisions.
right. Okay.
We leave it up to you.
One would
Oh,
imply that
friend.
pure of heart means they are not corruptible. Therefore, how could it change him?
Right.
He's already a perfect version of himself.
Well.
All right. That being said, and I pat him on the back. Go get them.
You're up, buddy.
Good luck.
You're doing this?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Basil steps
For all small folk.
For all small folk! Hobbiton! The statue turns to you. So you will become the Anointed One, the champion of giants, a rune knight. He stares into your very soul
That's actually
and
very
feel something from beyond. And it's almost... The statue takes a moment to pause and then slightly nods. You have been accepted. May you persevere through the trial at hand.
Trial?
Yes.
Trial.
Thank you.
By combat?
You will find true strength at the end. And then slowly, giant hand comes up above you. And
Smashes you.
like force lightning, thunder shoots out all throughout you. And you see Basil, like you shaking, being assaulted by thunder. Shoot, and you have no choice but to scream out in pain.
I'm gonna run up to him.
Same.
Okay.
Try to
Good, we're all
grab him.
I'm
All right.
going
You all run up.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
I'll run up and give me a, in this case, Constitution saving throw.
Okay.
And you too, Basil.
Ooh, nice.
21. I'm also
21.
21.
Okay, also 21.
Is this a magical effect?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great.
Well,
12. John, you try to make it close enough.
Plus
and you get
3.
Oh yeah, +3.
15.
All right, that's
44.
not enough. You get blown back by the energy. You see Basil just there, being hit by this. It's thunder and lightning. Sorry, thunder's the sound, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Lightning. Science. I love science. Anyway, and the rest of you, if you want to push to try to make it to Basil, you're going to take a lot of damage, but you're welcome to.
I'm gonna continue reaching out.
Yeah, me too.
Okay. All right. What was your saving throw, Basil?
13.
13? Okay. Sorry. I need my D12s.
Protect the party! Basil,
Okay.
this is fine.
Those who want to move forward, you take 42 points of lightning damage.
Oh
Or
my
have to
God!
be made a save, or
No. That lets you get close enough
Oh,
to
okay.
Basil.
42?
42 points of
fine.
lightning damage.
Okay.
All right, Basil. Basil, you take 7 points of lightning damage. Would you like to persevere?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, the rest of you, would you like to push forward again? So the lightning is just around him. It's so strong. It's coming from a godly entity.
Yeah.
And it's shocking you through your core, and you can barely make it through. You try, but you're shaking.
I'm gonna back up.
I pick myself up and, yell, Amalia, no!
Right! And I fall back into John's arms.
Okay, 3 points of bludgeoning damage. Enialis?
I look at Basil.
He seems to be persevering.
I back off.
Okay. All right, you both back off.
Yeah.
You are healed for that amount. The giant puts up its hand, also to you, and heals you.
Okay.
And it says, "Do not disturb the trial."
I just don't want him to be in any pain.
The giant keeps looking at you. Constitution saving throw, Basil.
You can do it. You can do it. I get advantages against magic effects, so...
Yes!
That's amazing.
Roll!
Actually.
Big money!
14... 21?
21. Okay, that is 15 points of lightning damage. So as you, you seem to be taking control of it slowly. One more Constitution saving throw. Assuming you.
You're doing so well. 11.
11. Oh my. Okay, 5 points of lightning damage.
Oh, thank you.
And the lightning stops hurting you, and you begin to feel empowered as you go through this trial, and the power sort of swells up within you. Before all your eyes, this boyish Basil begins to mature. Mentally and physically, and you all see the physical side here. Visibly, he grows inches taller, if not almost a whole foot. His jaw chisels before your very eyes, and his muscles all bulge into definition. As powerful, glowing runic sigils go manifest of all up his arms and his neck, all through his face, and in the various colors of the giant tribes. The lightning dissipates completely. And he opens his eyes, and they're temporarily replaced with beautiful shimmering blue pupils with white limbal rings.
You're looking awfully shiny there, Basil.
Are you alright?
Look at him!
I'm great, apparently.
The statue of Nam rears back its hand and says, "I pronounce you, Basil Thunderfist. May you be ever steadfast, fierce, and strong in defense of our kin and the realms of the mortal races from evil. Now you may enter the portal. Ask the oracle your questions. But know that not all answers can be divined." And then he goes back into place. You hear a crunching. The eyes dissipate, and the statue is still.
I have way more questions for that guy.
I walk up and put my hand on his shoulder. You good? Good?
We'll find out.
I run
You're
up
a
to
bit
Basil.
taller. If you hadn't noticed.
I'm gonna run up to Basil and, put my hands on his face and feel his arms. Are you alright?
Are you alright?
Yes, I'm fine. I was worried about you, but you were very brave.
I'm gonna take out my I have a mirror on a handle,
Mm-hmm.
and just
Oh, hey, well, that's cool.
Is this puberty?
Non-pre-puberty.
feel good.
Great.
You look it's through the door, I guess. Then we'll unpack that later.
Well,
Okay.
Basil,
I believe you made me lead the way now.
Oh, do you guys want to hold hands?
Yeah, yes, I want to hold your hand.
Sure.
Okay.
How handsome he is! I grab his hand. Oh, okay, ready?
Hands right now.
All right.
Alright, here we
Oh
go.
boy.
You all walk through the portal.
Yep.
And you're inside. You each take a step. And the room behind you dissolves. Now,
Basil,
you're in.
one of the giants now.
Thunder fist.
Isn't that what you?
No, it's perfect.
Okay. Alright, Basil Thunderfist. Alright.
How does it make you feel knowing that she has bags of your brother in her storage?
Okay, well, I also have that written on my inventory.
Well, we're gonna make them into potions eventually.
Yeah, I don't know how you're gonna get along with the whole killing giants
But
thing
maybe,
from now on.
but listen, Basil's the chosen one. Maybe you
The
can.
bridge between
You are the bridge between the small folk and the giants. Maybe you can put the ordning back into place.
Maybe you are now the king of giants.
You
That's how that works.
You are King Hecaton. We found him.
Oh.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Alright. You enter in this room, and it seems to be a rather large hexagonal chamber. Not as big as the previous one, but about 50-foot high walls. And in the corner here are those giants again. They're not holding weapons this time. They're holding strange lanterns. They're emanating they're pulsating a glow. A glow of light, but strange. And in the middle, there's like a runic sigil of some kind. You can't make out what it means. Next to the sigil in the floor is a corpse.
Oh.
The corpse of well, it's cold in here, and it's been preserved quite well. The face is blue, but it's a corpse of it looks like a cloud giant in some heavy armor.
How large?
How large? Adult giant size, so 15 feet tall, 20 feet tall, roughly. If there's any blood or anything, it's
Okay.
long since dried.
I
Oh.
cautiously walk up and put my hand on the corpse.
Really?
Before he
Yeah.
goes to do that, I grab it. I said, perhaps I should do that first.
Oh?
I'm going to, I'm gonna check its pockets, but not to rob it. Like, to just see if I can find anything.
Okay.
Like, just...
Use your new trick.
No, wait. Oh.
Oh, no, that's a good point. Yeah, I'm gonna cast Mage Hand.
Okay. You summon, use your Arcane Trickster magic and summon a spectral hand. What does it look like? Green? Is it ghastly? Is it
I would
bony?
say it's
Is it-
kind of... Yeah, it would probably have a bit of a red tinge to it.
Okay, interesting. Is it like flaming a little bit?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ghostly Flame's not something that would actually set anything.
Oh, no. Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
And I have it start poking around.
Okay. Ghostly hand goes and begins to poke around. And another ghostly hand comes up and grabs your ghostly hand.
Oh.
Oh
They
shit.
shake hands.
Wait,
Nice to
no,
meet
it's
you.
not.
Are they friends
Is it
now?
stuck? Can I try to pull it back?
Oh, you try to pull it back, and as you do, your spectral hand, no, it's your mage hand, right? Pulls back. As it does, it lifts up the spirit of this cloud giant.
I thought we were going to see a thumb war.
That's
Okay.
awesome.
All right, which looks down at itself and is surprised to see itself.
Hello.
It's a blue.
You alright there?
It's a shimmering blue aura. And he looks around. He says, "Tidings. Who are you?"
Hello. We are, well, adventurers from
We are
Rune, and we.
with a party of Basil Thunderfist,
Yes.
the champion of the giants.
Yes, we are his keepers.
I
Yes.
don't think we can name drop yet.
He keeps looking around. He's very, very confused.
Who are you?
I I am Aegeron, first of my name.
And also last, apparently.
You're not wrong. I remember everything now.
Are you the Oracle?
No, I am not the Oracle. I am a simple cloud giant.
How did you end up here in this particular
What's
state?
the last thing you remember?
The last thing I remember... Well, I remember coming here. I assume as you all are, looking for wisdom?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, we are hoping to find out about the Ordning. The Storm King Giant is missing.
The Ordning has been broken by my brother.
Hecaton.
No.
No?
Some time ago, I came here with my brother, my half-brother, Storvald, the Jarl of the Frost Giants. The Oracle divined unto us that a great upheaval would upset the balance of power in the world, giving all giants an opportunity to seek glory for their tribe. Upon hearing this, he pauses for a moment, unsure what to say. My half-brother was overtaken by zeal and rage. He wanted to conquer all my brethren and become the ruler of all the giants. I objected to such senseless violence, and he killed me.
It's a good reason to be objecting senseless violence when
I
you're
agree.
a victim of senseless violence.
So sorry.
Clearly it didn't end well for him.
Right.
Dear Lord.
He set into effect a chain of events that caused the Ordning to be shattered. I think, anyway.
Why did he leave you here?
I do not know. To suffer? Perhaps.
Perhaps.
He must be mad to have not given you a proper burial.
You are right.
Isn't that not a great sin?
You are absolutely right. I am impressed, small one. In fact, if you find him, please avenge my death. Otherwise, neither of us can rest in peace in Astoria.
Gladly.
Thank you.
To do that, we need to find Storvald. Could you tell us where he is?
No, I cannot, but the Oracle can. I say this because it's likely he has already changed camps.
How do we speak to the Oracle?
You read the words.
What?
He points down to that runic sigil I mentioned.
We don't speak giant.
It is not giant, it is Dethic.
What the hell is Dethic?
I don't know what that is.
Never heard of Dethic.
Dethic is a language that predates most of the races. It was shared by dwarves and giants, Terrans, and many other races long ago.
Can you help us speak it?
Yes. One of you will have to commune with the Oracle. Choose.
Well?
Does it have to be me?
No.
I feel like you guys maybe have a better grasp of the situation
Alright.
than the child.
It should be someone who's shrewd at questions and can speak for all you all.
Shrewdness.
Amalia?
I could.
I'll do it. No, John, stay here.
I'll go ahead and mind.
you on about?
Do you want to roll on it or fight on it?
How about you two stop fighting? Take your lover's quarrel somewhere else. I'll do it.
No. No. Sorry, but no.
I do think she fits his description pretty well. I mean, I know you two are a little, but...
I push past them and go to do what they're supposed to do while
Okay, so... Alright. So you step into the portal, and this rune begins to light up, like in a greenish glow all around it. So it begins to almost fill up, like you're filling it up, and it goes through and around the rune and fills it up all the way, but it's not active. Aegon turns to you. Say the words. Ask truths and know.
Ask truths and know.
Upon reciting these words, a whispering wind sends chills up everybody's spine. Exactly. And in the room, a thick swirling mist begins to manifest. First from below and then above, and then covering the whole room until you cannot, literally, even with dark vision, you can't see further than your hand in front of you. Except the 6 burning torches all light up. Then you hear a voice. A voice that sounds not just like a voice, but a whole chorus. And it says, "We are the Oracle of Anam. You have been ordained to speak with us. You may ask 6 questions, and only 6.
Am I allowed to communicate with them while I'm in this circle or not?
You're talking about out of character, right?
Yeah.
Yes, you can communicate with
Please
them.
out of here.
Yes.
Yeah, no,
You can't see anybody except for the torches. You cannot literally see anybody.
So I literally can't
So
see
you're
and I
just
can't...
assuming we're still there, I guess.
Yes, you can't see anybody. The mist is so thick it swirls around you. You can't see.
Okay.
They can't see unless you are next to each other. Then
But
you can,
so I can't communicate with them.
of course you can.
Okay,
You just can't see.
So they can see each other.
If they're right next to each other, yes.
They were like holding
Yeah,
hands
we were-
and stuff. And being,
Okay, yes.
Being coupley.
Okay.
Is he still glowing, by the way?
No,
Or that
no,
stop,
unless he wants to
basically.
be.
We're looking for the king, right?
So you can ask any questions.
Okay.
You're welcome to commune and ask 6 questions.
Yes, so we're looking for King Hecatong.
We have 6 questions, everyone. Choose wisely.
I think we should ask the Oracle where the king is. Ask where the king is.
What?
Uh,
Who or
We need
what
to know.
is the blue dragon from my visions?
right?
What about
Perhaps asking where Storvald is, this
Storvald?
man's
Yes, yes.
brother. Is it
What was his name?
Storvald? His half-brother, who's the giant who disrupted the Ordning.
And king is Harshnag, right?
No, the king is Hecatong.
Hecadon. Yeah,
Harshnag
Harshnag was
is what led
our...
us here.
Who?
Yeah.
Guide.
That's 3. Right? What else?
I mean, more questions might pop up as you ask questions as well. So.
Oh,
So
crap,
maybe-
I was gonna do something.
Oh.
But I already messed it up, it's fine.
Let's start with that then.
And see
Okay.
where we get from
Yeah.
there.
Let's see how it
Ask
goes.
that and see what happens.
Okay, ask away.
Can you tell me what has happened to King Hecatong?
Right, you look around, and the voice manifests again. The Kraken.
Was it unleashed?
Oh! That's all it
I don't
says?
ask the Oracle.
Kraken. You said what happened to Kakaton, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the Kraken.
Now, we have the... Okay, right, so the Kraken controls the Moon Maidens were those privateers that we met, who had control of this ship that was in shambles, and Vahera has access to it. But it's controlled by the Kraken. The Kraken or the Kraken Society controls the ship.
Shout out. You think on that.
Okay, I will. Okay, so...
What about Storvald? The one who caused this mess. Where can we find him?
Storvald can be found on a glacier.
That's so vague!
I would say, could you be more specific? But
Well,
that would be another question.
No, I know where it is. I know where it is.
Okay,
They'd
a
probably
glacier.
just say yes.
Okay, okay.
You should remember to make all your future questions a little more specific.
This is why I should have done the asking. That's what I'm saying.
She's doing
He
great
can't
job.
see me, but I'm flipping him.
Okay, fair enough.
I still think we should.
And then it continues.
Okay.
Svardborg.
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 Svard.
I'm sorry.
Now it's just lying to us.
S-V-A-R-D, Borg.
Yes.
I'm Borg.
Borg,
Borg.
as if he assimilated.
Okay.
Oh. 2 of the lanterns go out. 4 are left.
Oh no.
Spooky.
Yeah.
Members of my party seem to be haunted by visions of dragons and giants, specifically a blue one. Tell me all there is to know about this blue dragon.
Yes.
The voices manifest. The ancient dragon, Imrith. She is in the court of the storm giants.
Interesting.
In disguise.
Oh.
And then
Even more interesting.
lantern goes out.
Okay.
Have we fought stone giants?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, so she's what? She's in disguise.
Mm-hmm.
Is she trying to? Is she trying to?
She may be trying to...
Break.
At any point, can I ask a question and get an answer that they won't hear?
No, impossible. It was not such a
So, we know dragons and giants had a 1,000-year war.
Right. So I'm saying that if she's
So
in
why
disguise,
would
if
an
she's
ancient
there
dragon possibly want to infiltrate the giants?
to destroy them.
To just destroy them from the inside.
Right.
I've
To
got
cause
one.
Is that your
chaos.
question?
I've got
No,
one.
I'm
No,
talking
got it.
with
We're
them.
talking amongst ourselves.
He's the blue dragon working with Stolwalt.
Yes and no.
The enemy of
The blue
enemy.
dragon
Yeah.
brings Ragnarok.
Oh.
Oh, the end of times.
I don't want to meet her. Not the blue dragon.
Go.
She seeks to
Ragnarok.
discuss. She seeks to disrupt the giants for a greater purpose.
We have 2 left.
Lantern goes out.
Only 2
Wait for-
left?
Yeah. That's
Didn't-
4.
I just asked the 4th.
Don't
Okay,
we
wait.
know where the Kraken is?
Would,
Or do we know that?
I have.
out of character, theoretically, would I be able to kind of link the idea of a dragon trying to bring Ragnarok to trying to resurrect Tiamat?
No.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm thinking back now. Can I recall, DM? Can I recall some knowledge that I have? A moment, please. Okay, so I talked to the party then, I guess. So we know that the Moon Maiden privateers may have found the debris of this ship called the Dancing Wave, right? But this Dancing Wave ship is missing. And now we met that the man who played the fiddle, Osk Thunderhail, and he told us that the Kraken Society could have destroyed the Dancing Wave ship, and that society is led by a sentient Kraken. Now, this man, Osk Thunderhail, told Vahera, for what this is worth, that she has access to his ship if we would ever want to go out and look around.
Okay.
So,
Excellent.
I think that this means that perhaps perhaps the king is stranded on this ship or marooned somewhere and controlled
Possibly.
by the Kraken. That's all I have. That's what I remember when we were there.
I can ask them to tell me everything they know about the Kraken.
The Oracle will reveal more about the Kraken had it known more about the Kraken.
Oh, okay,
Told you
gotcha.
what it...
Gotcha.
You can't always answer everything.
Correct. Depends what it can divine.
I think we should maybe ask what the Blue Dragon's, Imrith's, greater purpose is in
Just to bring about Ragnarok.
It
Right.
said, yeah, to just bring out Ragnarok.
to just destroy all giants.
Ragnarok's
Destroy
everybody,
everything.
I think.
Yeah, Ragnarok's everything.
That's pretty much world end.
So is it more important to destroy the dragon than it is to find the king?
Could ask.
Do you know what I'm saying? Does it make more sense to go
I've
to the
got
court?
one, I think.
You want to confirm with them first, or just ask?
Yeah, ask us.
Who poses a greater threat? The loss of the king or
How do we reinstate the ordning?
We probably need the king.
is it
You
possible
kinda
to
just
reinstate the
gotta
ordning?
get the king.
I would go with is it possible to reinstate the ordning?
Is it? Yes. Yes.
And then the other one would be, in my mind, I would do, are there, is it possible to restore the ordning, and what is the bigger threat?
I don't think it matters. I think they're both horrible threats.
Well, maybe instead of could you
Ragnarok
ask
seems a
how
little
do we
worse than giants
reinstate?
running amok.
What if we say how do we reinstate
Suppose.
the ordning? Because maybe that tells us the answer of what's more important. Maybe ask that first. How do we
Possibly,
reinstate it? Yeah.
How can we reinstate the ordning?
You hear a whisper. Anam has shattered the ordning to rise his children out of complacency. War is coming. To reinstate the ordning, find a magic conch from any giant lord. Use it to visit the Storm King's court and root out evil within. One lantern left.
Court.
So
Okay.
it began at the Storm King. It began in the Storm Court.
So
And we need to find a conch
we had to find the conch,
that's
and then
held
we go
by the giant leaders.
and then we destroy
And you said
the
any
blue-
giant leader has this
Mhm.
conch.
Yeah.
a giant.
Well, we already are looking for one of the giant leaders. His
So
half
who-
brother is the leader of the frost giants, correct?
We find Storvold, we get the conch. Or
It's coming
we find
together.
King Hecaton, who is the leader of the storm giants, and get the conch.
Yes.
Right? Either or.
Yeah.
Again, I do the what poses the greater threat.
I think Ragnarok's pretty bad.
Or like,
I think it's
Could ask
repetitive
how
question.
she's going to bring about Ragnarok.
That would be more helpful.
Then we'd at least maybe have a better
I
idea
know
of what the
mythologically
real
how
goal
someone brings
is.
about Ragnarok, but it may not be connected to this.
Yeah. But if we know what her method to our goal is, or how it happens, it may lead us to an answer of how to stop it.
Is that what I'm asking? How does she plan to bring about Ragnarok?
How can we stop Ragnarok? Or can we stop Ragnarok?
I think how.
Can is not going to give us any real
How?
specifics.
How? Like how?
What do you all think, yes? I think so.
Raswar?
Who said that?
John?
Will reinstating the ordinance stop Ragnarok?
But that's just
it's
yes/no
just-
questions. We
yeah.
need something that can get us details about something.
I can go with how do we stop Ragnarok?
I think so.
I think so.
How do we stop her plan to bring Ragnarok?
And what's her name again?
Imarith.
Imarith.
How do we stop Imrith's plan to bring about Ragnarok?
Help Princess Sarissa in the court of the Storm Giants. Imarith is there.
So
Well,
Storm
there's
Giants
some people
did.
we need to root out that's in the court of the Storm Giants.
That will be the first step.
Oh. It's a multi-part plan.
And then?
Lantern goes out.
Okay, so we know that we need the conch to get to the Storm King's court.
Then we need to find the princess.
So we have to
Who's
find
in the
King-
court.
So we have to find King Hecaton first with the Kraken.
Or the frost giant.
Or the brother.
Storvold.
One of those two. We get the conch. We help the princess. We stop the dragon. Right?
So I say we go
It's a
for
big list.
Storvold,
Yes.
kill him, take the conch, go to the Storm King court, find the princess while rooting out evil, save the universe. We good.
Sounds like a plan to me.
The mist begins to recede, and the voice speaks one more time. First, you will need power. When human barbarians first came to these lands, they fought our kind and stole our relics, bury them underground. Go to these mounds and seek these relics. They will give you the power you need. Return them to us, and you will be rightfully rewarded.
Who's us in this case?
The Oracle.
The Oracle. And an
So
does that mean we have to every
Bring
item
stuff
that
back
we
to
bring,
this
we have
place.
to come back to this place?
how many relics are there?
7.
That's too many giant clans.
2. Oracle.
Can we
Okay.
get, like, safer passage back up here if we're gonna do a lot of back and forth?
Well, at least we know how to get the door open, and you're the champion, so you can go through the portal now.
Sure.
Okay. The mist has pretty much receded all the way at this point.
Is it more important to go to the king first, or is it more important to stop Storvald?
You hear nothing.
There's not enough
And
questions.
you're not even
Can I
the
try
asking
one
questions.
thing?
Sure.
I'm just trying to figure out how to phrase it right.
Okay.
Sorry. And I'm assuming because they know all, that if I'm vague about a question, they'll know what I'm talking about.
Maybe.
Can I kill them all?
Can I kill them all? You hear no response.
I hope you're not talking about us. We're standing right here.
And the room, the light begins to pour again. And Aegon's still there, actually. Very pensive.
He's like just sitting in his own corpse still or something?
Yeah, basically. Floating above his corpse. He
Oh,
told
he's
you
actually
can't
floating
leave.
now.
Yeah, well, you know, in his corpse, around his corpse. He told you can't leave until it's avenged.
Yeah. I just didn't know if he was like standing around or just kind of chilling in his own body. Literally
Aegon, we spoke to the Oracle.
We're supposed to find the mounds, the giant relics.
I heard.
I knew it was good.
Those are some mighty revelations.
Do you
Do you
have
know
any
where?
idea where they are?
They said there are 7.
Yes, all giants know where the holy mounds are. They are suffused with great power.
Right.
Do you plan to go?
Yes,
Well, it's.
we will avenge you
We want to save all
and
the
bring
people.
balance.
The mounds are not the giant strongholds.
Where are they?
If the Oracle trusts you, then I will as well. When you bring up your map, he gives you location to 7 mounds,
Oh.
relics basically,
Okay.
around the north part of Faerun. And as the Oracle said, should you wish to go there, there's plenty of power to be had. Otherwise, you know where the giants are. The 7 are Morgur's Mound, the ones with the X's there. Morgur's Mound, Shining White, Great Worm Cavern, Flint Rock, the One Stone, and Bjorn's Well, as well as the Grandfather Tree.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yes, of course.
Now, do you know where we could find your brother?
The Oracle has revealed the location.
Oh, he's at the glacier. I'm sorry. Not.
But how do we defeat him? You know him better than anyone. Surely he has a weakness.
You will need power.
And we know what we have to do.
One thing leads to the other.
Right.
You will throw yourselves to death if you go directly. He is strong,
Understood.
very strong.
Right.
Understood.
Well, at least we're close by to one of our goals already.
Right. And we can teleport to some of these places, to Neverwinter, to Mirabar, Everland as well, I believe, and Yartar. We can go to most of these places with our teleportation circles.
That's excellent.
So,
Please know that I echo the thoughts of Queen Neri, of the Storm Giants, who urged us to commune and be civil with small folk. so that we could all fight evil together. Many giants think the same, but many more do not.
You are most honorable.
We've encountered many of both. We met a very kind giant named Hoshnag, and fought a lot of not so great giants. So we appreciate hearing that. It doesn't bring us any pleasure to kill your kind. Well, most of us.
Go ahead.
You say we need power. Power corrupts. Just like your brother. Who's to say it won't happen to us?
If the Oracle has chosen you, I have nothing to say on the matter.
Blind faith.
That was never my specialty. I only believe in what I can see. Faith is a lie.
Not here.
That's not
It's
entirely
okay, she
true,
didn't
Vahera.
After I said faith is a lie, I'm walking away.
Okay. All right. Aegon bows and recedes back into his body.
Is the portal we came in just kind of chilling
Yeah,
there?
it's-
So you can just walk back? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Well,
Think
shall we make our way to the Great Worm Cavern? It's nearby.
Certainly.
All right.
Any objections?
All right, then let's get moving.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Vahera's already gone through the portal. Everyone else go to the portal?
Yes.
Yeah, we'd like to go towards the Great Worm Cavern because that's the closest one nearby.
Okay. You each walk to the portal and disappear into the adjoining room. You think anyway. All except for one of you. John, you walk last and you can't enter the portal.
What in the hell?
So long, John.
Oh well. Moving on.
Do I notice that he's not there?
Yeah.
Damn.
John? Can you-
Amalia?
You can't hear each other.
Amalia!
I think something's wrong. I'm going to head back.
It's blocked.
Is it back to being rock or just
I look around.
No,
back to where
I
we
look
couldn't
around.
go through it?
You see nothing except for the mist begins to come around you again.
What do we see on our side?
Nothing.
Just the portal sitting
You're
there.
outside with a strong giant, or with a giant shark with weapons.
Did you see him walk through?
I was
I
already
put my
through.
hand on the.
Doesn't activate.
He's probably still trapped inside.
Perhaps the oracles wish to tell him something he would not have us hear.
John, do you do anything?
I mean, I ready myself. but-
Okay. The mist surrounds you all the way until you can't see. You don't even know where you are because there's no candles lit, or the lanterns are not lit. And you hear the voice.
What is this magic?
You hear the voice of the Oracle again. There is one thing that troubles us. He who goes by John Wellington Wells.
What is that?
You seek to support the cause of the giants, and by doing so, oppose our ancient nemesis, dragons.
This is true?
Knowing this, will you continue to fight for the good of the realms?
Of course.
There's a pause. We will impart unto you one final vision of truth. Your daughter will be born within 3 seasons. Yet her fate is already sealed by a prophecy of shadows. Should you wish to see her to adulthood, you must protect her at all costs. The mist dissipates immediately.
My daughter? What are you speaking of? Oracle, tell me more! I demand it!
You hear nothing, and this is where we'll end this episode.
Oh!
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe
and smite that like button.
We'll see what happens next time.
Dun, dun, dun.